Okay, so we will start. So this is your fifth unit, and we have already completed the basics of Java, the Java features, then what is the Java runtime environment, right? Then simple application programs in Java language. Then Java language constructs means what it is made up of. So we have learned the tokens, the various types of tokens, then variables, constants, their types, how to declare initialize variables, and then we have learned at last the data types in Java. So basically, there are two categories in Java. So primitive data types and non-primitive data types, but you have to focus on primitive data types. So we have learned in detail all those primitive data types. After that, we learned the topic typecasting. When we want to convert one data type to another, it is known as a data typecasting. So we have performed that, and rules for typecasting, when we should do it, how we should do it, the syntax, and everything. Okay, so today we will start operators and expression. Okay, next chapter in the same unit. So in this, you are going to learn the operators and expressions in Java. Okay, so Java, first of all, let us see what are the different types of operators available in Java. Java is a rich set of operators. It provides and does supports. Okay, so what are operators basically? They perform some mathematical or logical computations on the data or variables and produce some result. Okay. Also, you are familiar with Java, with operators in C++. Let us have a look at the different categories available with Java also. Okay, so as you can see here, we are going to see 8 categories of operators. Okay, so arithmetic operators, relational operators, then logical operators, assignment operators, increment and decrement operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators, and special operators. Okay, so all of these are used in Java language to they are mostly used in the mathematical expression, okay, or the logical expression could be also means to checking some condition is kind of a logical expression, and mathematical is the regular digital or consisting of the numeric uh, expression. So let us start with the basic arithmetic operators. So as you have studied the operators in other language, the same usage is here also, okay, for the arithmetic operators. You are familiar with these operators like plus, minus, this is a star, but okay, it is the notation for multiplication in coding language. This is a slash, okay, which is a forward slash, okay, representing the division operation, and this is the modulus operation. So their meaning is given in the second table. I hope you are taking down the notes. Okay, draw the tables, okay, while I am explaining each and every operator category. So addition operators, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus, their type. So these operators are binary type operators, means they take two operands. Okay, how many operands do they take? Two. Operands means this, okay, on which it operates. So plus is going to take two operands. It will produce some result which is going to be assigned into some variable. Okay, so the operation we perform with this operator and assign its result to some another variable. This is the general operation we perform. Arithmetic operators are used with the digits only. Okay, so numeric data only will be used along with this arithmetic operators. And remember the difference between, I would like to tell you the difference between division and modulus operation. That division, what does it returns? Yes, it returns the quotient part. As you know, when we divide, we have four kind of components in the division operation. Here is the dividend, okay, here is divisor, okay, here is dividend, here is divisor, okay, dr, here is a quotient, and here is the remainder part. So what is the answer of division? Whenever you perform division operation, it returns the quotient part, right? And whenever you perform the modulus operation, so it returns the remainder part. Okay, so just keep in mind. And remaining operations are as it is, like if you divide some negative number with a positive number, obviously the answer is going to be negative. Okay, so these are the basic things, and just as your normal algebraic rules, this can be applied and used in Java also. Then there are certain categories, subcategories in these operations. See, based on the operands types. If both the operands that you are performing the arithmetic operation on are integers, then it is known as an integer arithmetic. Okay, such expression is called as integer expression. Okay, integer arithmetic expression, and such operation is known as integer arithmetic. Okay, so simply you can see here a minus b is equals to 10. So suppose a and b are both integers, then this can be called as an integer expression, and it is integer arithmetic. Am I audible? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then real arithmetic. So when both the operands in the arithmetic expression are real numbers, okay. So suppose there are two fractional values we are using. Suppose 22.10 plus 5.0. So such fractional value, if you are performing, it is said to be an real expression, and this operation is said to be as real arithmetic operation. Okay, similarly mixed mode arithmetic. Mixed mode arithmetic is that when one of the operand is real and the another is integer. Okay, because we know in Java we have numeric data types may basically we have only two. Okay, integer and float. Okay, तो इंटीजर और फ्लोट यही दो न्यूमेरिक डिजिट्स जो है ना वो यही रह सकते हैं आपके. तो इसलिए हम ये जो सब कैटेगरीज पढ़ रहे हैं ये सिर्फ बेस्ड ऑन ऑपरेंड्स इंटीजर टाइप का है या रियल टाइप का है उसी पे है. ओके, सो व्हेन वन ऑफ द ऑपरेंड इज रियल एंड अदर इज इंटीजर, then it is said to be an mixed mode expression, and such operation is called as mixed mode arithmetic operation. And remember, when one of the value is real and another is of type integer, the answer is going to be in real type. Okay, so this value you can see here 1.0 float data type, this is 15 integer, answer is going to be 1.5, so it is going to be real. But if both the values are integers, then the answer is going to be integer. Okay, if in mixed mode arithmetic, if one of them is real and the other is integer, the answer is going to be real. Okay, let's move on towards the second category. So this is the second type, which is known as a relational or comparison operators. You can write down the title. Okay, so they are known as, both the names can be given to this operators, relational or comparison operators. So when do we use these operators? When we want to compare certain quantities or two quantities based on their some relative attributes. Okay, like quantity, price of two items, or age of two persons, or salary of two persons. So any attribute can be compared by using the comparison operators. As you can see here, the operator and its meaning is given in this table. Less than, less than equals to, greater than or equal to, equal to equal to. This is known as equality operator. We use this when we want to check whether two values are equal to each other or not. And not equal to, this we use when we want to check whether two values are not equal to each other. So these comparison operators will be giving the results in the Boolean data type. So whenever you are writing any relational expression, okay, so if I am writing A greater than B, okay, suppose A is having the value 5 and B is having the value 10. So what is the answer? If is A greater than B? No. So the answer is written in the Boolean data type, that is true or false. So the answer for this is false. Okay. So remember, such relational expression A greater than B will return the Boolean type value as a result, either true or false. Understood? You're familiar with these operators. You must have used them in the expression. They are most of the times used in the logical expression, like or in case of the loops also, like right in for loops or in while loops, conditional loops में ये especially use होते हैं. Okay, so or in the whenever you want to compare any quantities, in that case also you can use them. So basically, in the logical expression, I hope you have noted down the operators.
Yes, ma'am.
Along with the symbols, write down the meaning also. Then it comes the Boolean operators, and often call them as a sorry, not Boolean operators. They are said to be the. Then comes the logical operators. Okay, okay. So then comes the logical operators. Oh, why they are Boolean operators also, but let me not give it the name. I will keep it the name as it is as given in your textbook. Okay, they are Boolean operators also because they also return the results in 0 and 1 value, that is true and false. Okay, so logical operators, as you can see here in the table, logical and operator, logical not operator, and logical or operator. Okay, so when do we use them? When we want to combine or compare two or more conditions, we want to check. Like as an example, you can see here, we want to check two conditions. If age is greater than 55, ampersand, salary greater than 1000. What is the meaning of this ampersand? That logical and operation, it means that if both the conditions are true, then the answer is true. Okay, and what is the meaning of logical or? If either of the condition is true, means either this is true or this is true, then either one of them is true and other is false, the answer will be true. Okay, what about the ampersand? If both of them true, only then the loop will start, or whatever you want to execute the next statement, the control will go inside that. But in this case, if either of the true, then also the control will go. No need for both the conditions to be true. That's why it is logical or operation. I think you have studied these tables of and or not. Gates में पढ़ा होगा आपने, right? Logical gates. So there are certain truth tables. They are known as the truth tables, which helps us to evaluate their value for particular operation. Like here you can see the expression evaluated based on the values of operation operand 1 and operand 2. Okay, so if the both operands are true, okay, then the results of, if both the operands are false, if one of them is true, false, and one is false, other is true, so all these four possibilities are checked against the result. Okay, see here, ampersand operator, which is the symbol for logical and operator. So as you can see here, if both the values are true, then the result for this logical and operator is going to be true. If one of them is false, then the result is going to be false. But if both are false, also the result is going to be false. What about the logical or operator? If one of them is true, the result is going to be true. So as you can see here, in the first three cases, one of them is true. Okay, here both true. Okay, तो यहाँ कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है, यहाँ तो एक true है, फिर भी true रहेगा, and false true, so it is going to be true. And so what is the case if age is greater than 55 and suppose the salary amount of particular person is not greater than 1000, then this will return you the result as false. Okay, this is the meaning of this. So if one of them is false, the result is going to be false. And in case of the logical or, if one of them going, one of the condition means this is the first condition, conditional expression, this is another conditional expression. Okay, so if one of these conditional expression is false, is true, then the result is going to be true. Okay, so these are the logical operators which we use when we want to combine two or more conditions or check two or more conditions in the logical expression. Okay, you can note down the examples also. I hope you are familiar with the logical gates. Yes or no? Truth tables? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. And not operation
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
if there is value true, it makes it false. If the value is false, it makes it true. So it is kind of simply one operand is there, like P and not of P. is like 0 or 1. This could be only two values, okay? Right? Because these are the Boolean operators, they use only the 0, 1 values in their operations. So 0 is there, so not of p means 1, and 1 is there, the value is okay. So similarly, we can check the logical conditions with the logical not operator also. Okay. Assignment operators. Assignment operators, you have already seen such type of assignment. See, x is equals to x plus 5. Okay. So this thing you know. But here we are going to see the shorthand assignment operator. Okay. This is simple enough. Shorthand assignment operator means this thing, plus equals to, means what we are going to do, we will be writing the variable name, then plus means whatever the operator is there, so op is equals to here directly the next value you want to operate with, okay, some number or some digit, okay, some value. So what is the meaning of this statement is that you have to perform this operation on this digit and this digit and assign it to the left hand side variable. Okay. So whatever the value in this variable and whatever the value of this digit, you have to perform this operation on both of them and then assign the result on the inside the left hand side variable. Left hand side means of the operators left hand side. So whenever we are writing, see here the assignment operators, various assignment operators available, plus equals to, minus equals to, multiplication equals to, division equals to, modulus equals to. So what is the meaning of this plus equals to? X plus equals to, when we are writing 5, it is equivalent to x is equals to x plus 5. So 5 is getting added to the x and then assign it to the x. So the old value of x is now x plus 5. Similarly for this other. Okay, this is simple. No need to explain in detail. Okay. Y minus equals to means y is equals to y minus 2. This is also known as a shorthand assignment operator. Okay, what are these known as? This is shorthand assignment operator. So what are the advantages of using these operators? It is easier to read, easier to write, easier to use. Okay, and your length of the expression is also reduced by using, and you need not have to rewrite this variable on the right hand side of the operator. Okay, so you are just going to use that variable once in your expression. So see, in this statement x plus equals to 5, this is shorter, easier to read, and we have not repeated the x here. But in this statement you can see you have to write the complete thing, x is equals to x plus 5. So there are certain advantages that you should keep in mind and must use this type of operators in your expressions. Then comes the increment and decrement operator. Please note down. Okay. So increment and decrement operators, we have used them in most of the programs, right? Basically, in the for loops, we have used them, uh, right, for incrementing or providing the iteration, next iteration value. So there are subcategories like, as you can see, this is known as plus plus, okay, increment operator. But there is two categories based on where it is placed on the variable's left hand side or variable's right hand side. Evaluates the original value in the var and then increments the variable by 1. Okay. Similarly, for the pre-decrement and post-decrement operator, okay, it decrements the value by 1. So how the operation is performed and what is the difference? So just note down these examples. Okay, here I have mentioned the pre-increment operator and post-increment operator and their operation. Okay, so as you can see here, the value of m is assigned with 5 and the value of y is written as using the pre-increment operator. Okay, plus m. Okay, so what happens here after execution? Okay, after execution, value of y becomes 6. So what is the thing here? When gets incremented and it then assigns the value to the y variable. Okay, it's left hand side variable. So value of y becomes 6 and value of m becomes 6 after the execution of this expression, because m was initially 5, but after this operation or execution of this statement, what happens, m becomes 6. Okay, so the value of m is becomes 6 and hence it gets assigned to the variable y, so y become also 6. Okay, and then let us look at the post increment operator. Okay, so post increment operator, I have taken the same example, m equals to 5, y is equals to m plus plus. So what happens here after execution? Value of the y becomes 5 and value of m becomes 6. So what is the case in post increment, that m is initially 5. When we are writing y is equals to m plus plus, what happens here? M first provides its initial value to the y, that is 5, and then it gets incremented. So after execution of this statement, what m does, m assigns its previous value to the y and then it gets incremented. Okay, but in the pre-increment operator case, m first gets incremented and then it assigns its value to y, and hence the value of y becomes 6 in the pre-increment. But in post increment operator, m पहले अपनी जो वैल्यू है उसे असाइन कर देता है और फिर बाद में वो इंक्रीमेंट होता है. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नोन एज अ पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट ऑपरेशन. ओके, सो असाइनमेंट हो जाने के बाद यहाँ पे इंक्रीमेंट होता है. ठीक है, लेकिन यहाँ पहले असाइनमेंट हो इंक्रीमेंट होता है और फिर असाइनमेंट होता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नोन एज अ प्री इंक्रीमेंट. पहले इंक्रीमेंट कर लो, वैल्यू y को दे दो, दैट इज 6. यहाँ पहले जो वैल्यू है वो y को असाइन कर दो और फिर बाद में आप इंक्रीमेंट करो m की. दैट इज द केस. सो हियर यू कैन सी वैल्यू ऑफ y विल बी 5 आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ दिस स्टेटमेंट, बट वैल्यू ऑफ m विल बी 6 आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूटिंग दिस स्टेटमेंट, क्योंकि इसने अपनी वैल्यू इसे दे दी लेकिन ये खुद यहाँ पे इंक्रीमेंट हो चुका है बाद में एग्जीक्यूशन के बाद, इसलिए इसकी वैल्यू 6 है. गॉट द डिफरेंस प्री इंक्रीमेंट एंड पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट? ओके, both increments by the plus one operation is there, but the difference is after execution the values are different. Okay, to the left hand side operator, left hand side variable. Okay, so just remember this too. Similarly is the case with the decrement operator. Okay, so hope I did not have to explain it. Okay, so from this you can get the idea of decrement operator also. So these are the two, pre-increment and post-increment operators. Then comes the conditional operator. So Java conditional operator, which is also known as the ternary operator. Okay, it is kind of using three expressions. See here, this is the syntax of the conditional operator. So what do we write here? It is basically using these two symbols, question mark and colon. Okay, so here comes first expression, here comes second, and here comes the third expression. So at first we write the conditional expression, so which is known as a Boolean condition. Okay, and then comes the question mark. What is the meaning of this Boolean condition? So if we are checking certain condition, if this condition is true, then the first expression is evaluated. Okay, then if this condition is false, then directly second expression is evaluated. This is the meaning of this. ओके, मतलब ये जो पहले आप कंडीशन यहाँ प्रोवाइड करते हैं उसी पे बेस्ड रह के आइदर ऑफ दिस एक्सप्रेशन, या तो ये इवैल्यूएट होगा या तो ये इवैल्यूएट होगा, तो दोनों में से कोई एक ही एक्सप्रेशन इस ऑपरेटर के केस में इवैल्यूएट होता है और वो डिपेंड करता है इस कंडीशन पे. अगर ये कंडीशन ट्रू रही तो पहला एक्सप्रेशन ही इवैल्यूएट हो जाता है, अगर ये कंडीशन फॉल्स रही तो दूसरा एक्सप्रेशन इवैल्यूएट होता है. समझ में आया ये ऑपरेटर? इसका एग्जांपल भी देखेंगे हम। ओके, सो इट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ थ्री ऑपरेंड, इट टेक्स थ्री ऑपरेंड। ओके, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज अ टर्नरी ऑपरेटर। ओके, कंडीशनल ऑपरेटर जिसे हम बोल रहे हैं ये एक्चुअली कौन सी कैटेगरी का है? इट इज टर्नरी। अभी तक हमने जितने देखे वो या तो अनरी या फिर बाइनरी ऑपरेटर थे, जैसे इंक्रीमेंट और डिक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर, ये कौन से हैं? दीज आर अनरी ऑपरेटर बिकॉज दे टेक ओनली वन ऑपरेंड, राइट? इसमें एक ही ऑपरेंड लगता है, एम के सामने लगा दो, एन के सामने लगा दो, सो इट इज अनरी। जो हमने पहले अरिथमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स देखे वो बाइनरी, क्योंकि उनमें दो ऑपरेंड लगते हैं। इसमें कितने ऑपरेंड्स लग रहे हैं हमें? टोटल तीन ऑपरेंड लगते हैं। ओके, सो three expressions, so that's why it is known as a ternary operator. And these are the rules: if the result of boolean condition is true, first expression evaluated, executed, and its result is assigned to the anything if we have written on the left hand side. Okay, and if the result of boolean condition is false, then second expression will be executed and its value is returned. And remember, either of these two expression will be evaluated, दोनों evaluate नहीं होंगे, इसमें कोई एक ही expression execute होगा और उसका answer return होगा as a final value. Okay, you will understand it better with the help of example. See, a is equals to 10, b is equals to 15. Now I have written this expression. See, using conditional operator. A greater than b, question mark, a colon b. इसका मीनिंग क्या है? See, this is the, इसमें ये जो चीज है ये जो चीज है ये है बुलियन कंडीशन। ओके, ये है पहला एक्सप्रेशन और ये है दूसरा एक्सप्रेशन। इसका मीनिंग ये है कि अगर a ग्रेटर देन b है तो पहला एक्सप्रेशन इवेल्युएट करो, मतलब a की वैल्यू रिटर्न करो। और अगर a ग्रेटर देन b ये कंडीशन फॉल्स है, मतलब a ग्रेटर देन b नहीं है, तो b की वैल्यू रिटर्न करो। Okay, so what is the case here? A is 10, B is 15. So what is the result of this condition? True or false? A greater than B. ये condition क्या है? ये condition false है क्योंकि 10 greater than B is false. So that's why जब ये false होता है तो हमें कौन सा expression evaluate करना पड़ता है? Second means B. So in this example, X will be assigned the value of B, because on the left hand side we have written certain variable and we are assigning the result of this value into the x. So whatever the result here, it will be evaluated and will be assigned to the variable x. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so evaluate first, only everything depends on the result of this condition. If it is true, then first expression. If it is false, then after the colon, second expression, it will be evaluated. Either of the expression only will be evaluated as a result of this complete conditional operator expression. Okay, you can I have simply written here a b, you can give here some other expression also and its result will be then evaluated. Then the bitwise operator. Bitwise operators means they performs on the bits. Okay, as I have told you that 8 bits constitute 1 byte, right? We have already learned 8 bits यानी कि कितने होते हैं? 1 byte होता है। तो ये जो बिट बिट एक एक बिट पे मतलब 0 0 1 0 1 suppose 0 1 and on a single bit, okay, this operation can be performed. So जैसे हमने देखा कि लॉजिकल नॉट है वो एक बिट पे ही होता है 0, if you are applying logical not it becomes 1. Similarly, these are the operators which are coming under the category of bitwise operators. Okay, so as you can see here, the different bitwise operators are given, their description is given, and their use, how they are used with, and how many operands they require, unary or binary. Okay, so here you can see bitwise and, bitwise or, bitwise exclusive or, bitwise complement, bitwise shift left, shift right, and this is shift right with zero field. Okay, so these operators can also be used in the, so you need not have to go in detail, but I think you must be familiar with the truth tables of each and every bitwise operators, so you can perform them. Okay, so just at least remember the chart. In Java, you can use them, and then some special operators. Okay, here it has to be two. So instance of operator and dot operator. So instance of operator is an object reference operator. और ये जो ऑपरेटर है ये हम किस लिए यूज करते हैं, जैसे आपका कोई प्रोग्राम है तो उसमें नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस रहती है, ओके, एंड देयर इज you can write in your program. So if there are hundreds or two hundreds of classes, and at a certain point of code you want to find out whether this particular object is whether this particular object is instance of its this class, okay, because there are a number of classes and you don't know which object belongs to which class, so you can use this operator. So what this operator does, it returns the answer as true if the left hand side, okay, object return is an instance of the class written on the right hand side. तो जैसे आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं पर्सन इंस्टेंस ऑफ स्टूडेंट है क्या, तो यहाँ मैं एक्चुअली चेक कर रही हूँ कि वेदर पर्सन इज ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द क्लास स्टूडेंट, ओके, सो इट विल रिटर्न ट्रू, मतलब ये पर्सन जो है ये स्टूडेंट क्लास का ही ऑब्जेक्ट है। अगर इसने फॉल्स रिटर्न किया आंसर, मतलब पर्सन इज नॉट एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द क्लास स्टूडेंट, सो दिस इज द इंस्टेंस ऑफ ऑपरेटर, ओके। देन सेकंड, dot operator. This one we have already used, okay, it is used to access the instance variables and methods, and it is also used to access the classes and sub packages from the packages. Like here you can see it is the reference to the variable age, this is the reference to the method salary. So here object person one is referring to the variable age of its own, and here the object person one is referring to the or calling to the method of its class, okay. So you can also use them to access the classes and sub packages. Like we have already seen the statements like import student dot test देखा है ना हमने स्टेटमेंट, तो इसमें स्टूडेंट क्या रहता है, स्टूडेंट स्टूडेंट डॉट टेस्ट, तो इसमें टेस्ट जो है इट इज अ क्लास एंड स्टूडेंट इज अ पैकेज नेम, so in between we need to write the use the dot operator. So they are also used to access the classes and sub packages from the packages, where packages is a collection of classes. Then we will learn the operator precedence, and because we are going to evaluate expression, so evaluate any expression, logical or algebraic, you need to you must know the how to evaluate them, which operator should be evaluated at first, okay. So you must know their precedence and their associativity. Associativity means in which order the operands are evaluated or accessed, that is associated. So you must know these things. So the basic word mass rule, it applies here also. That is the case of that is you are already familiar with the precedence of arithmetic operators. So multiplication, division, remainder, they have higher precedence. Okay, you know these things than addition and subtraction. And operators with same precedence, they are evaluated from the left to right, because if there are same if there are operators like division also there, and there is multiplication also, so whatever comes at the first, it will be from the left hand side. So this will become firstly evaluated and then the second. So you know how to evaluate the regular algebraic expression. Just it is kind of revision to you. And parenthesis, if we are giving parenthesis in any expression, then that expression is evaluated at the very first. So expressions are basically the combination of variables, constants, operators, okay, arranged as per the syntax of language, and they will be containing different set of operations, because expression is not a single operation, but it is a combination of different operations you are writing, and then evaluating in them in sequence depending on the precedence of operators and associativity of the operators, and then you at last get the result of that expression and assign it to the, if there is any left hand side variable, okay, so it will be assigned into it. As you can see here, the expression x equals to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, okay, it can be said to be as an expression, okay. So what will happen here, this value 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 10 will be evaluated, and then the x will be assigned with the answer as 10, okay. So the things that you have to focus on are the precedence and associativity. You can write down the meaning of these two. Precedence stands for in which order the operators are applied. Okay, means अगर वहाँ पे एक से ज्यादा ऑपरेटर है तो पहले आपको कौन सा इवेल्युएट करना है, कौन से ऑपरेटर का रिजल्ट कैलकुलेट करना है। और एसोसिएटिविटी क्या होती है कि ऑर्डर जो इन द ऑर्डर इन विच ऑपरेंड्स आर एक्सेस्ड, मींस लेफ्ट टू राइट, राइट टू लेफ्ट, ये जो होता है आपको पहले, जैसे डिवीजन ऑपरेटर है। ओके, तो डिवीजन ऑपरेटर में क्या होता है, 5 डिवाइडेड बाई 3। तो 5 का 3 से डिवीजन होता है या 3 का 5 से होता है। ओके, so that is the associativity. So actually we divide 5 by 3. Okay, so it is actually left to right associativity. So that is, you must keep in mind these two things: precedence of the operator and associativity of the operator while evaluating any expression. Okay, so for arithmetic operators, we can see this thing, that is multiplication, division, and modulus. They are having same precedence, high priority than these two, and left to right associativity. And plus minus, okay, addition, subtraction, they are having lower priority than these three operators, and again same precedence for these two. Okay, and they are also left to right associativity. So as per the order of their occurrence, they will be evaluated from left to right. And then this is the chart. Okay, it is providing you the operator precedence and associativity chart. Here you can see all the operators that we have studied till now, their description and their associativity and their priority rank. Okay, मीन्स ये रैंक बताएंगी कि सबसे पहले इसे इवेल्युएट, अगर एक्सप्रेशन में एक से ज्यादा ऑपरेटर्स है तो कौन सा ऑपरेटर पहले इवेल्युएट होगा, ये इनकी रैंक डिसाइड करेगी। ठीक है, और अगर ये सेम रैंक वाले अगर ऑपरेटर्स आते हैं तो ये लेफ्ट टू राइट एसोसिएटिविटी में ऑपरेंड्स इनके एक्सेस होते जाएंगे और आंसर कैलकुलेट होगा। So let us have a look at simple expression. Okay, there is time. Okay, so just be there, don't leave the meet. Just a simple example. Just consider this example where a is equals to 9, b is equals to 12, c is equals to 3, and then we want to evaluate this expression. So as you can see here, if the expression here, which is having the combination of various arithmetic operators, division, multiplication, then addition, subtraction. So the first, I have given here step by step evaluation. So very firstly, which operator is going to be evaluated is that the slash operator, that is the division operator. Okay, so as you can see here, the b is having value 12. Okay, so 12 by 3 is going to be evaluated first. Okay, as you can see here, the result 4. Okay, then this is the resultant expression. In this expression, because it is why we have evaluated division, because it comes first. Okay, from left hand side, if we goes to the right hand side, the division comes occurs at first, so that's why we will evaluate this thing. Then we will check the next priority operator, that is multiplication. Okay, which enjoys the same priority as that of the division. So 3 into 2 will be evaluated at the second step. So you can see here the result is 6. So at first the result 4 is evaluated, second step 6 is evaluated. Next step में यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो, हम फिर से ये हमारा फाइनल एक्सप्रेशन है, इसमें लेफ्ट टू राइट में जाएंगे। ठीक है, तो लेफ्ट टू राइट में सबसे पहले आता है 9 minus 4, so 5 is evaluated. Then comes the 6 here. This is the final expression. Let us evaluate it again. 6 plus 5 will be evaluated, and then the last 11 minus 1 is evaluated. So answer of this complete expression is 10, and hence 10 value is the final value of x. Okay, so this is how we evaluate the arithmetic expressions. Similarly, we can check one more example where logical expressions are used, whether the value of this expression is true or false. Okay, so as you can see here, there are two expressions are given: x equals to 10 plus 15, logical and operator, y is less than 10. Okay, so and operation is going to be performed here. So again, we will check the ranks of the operators, because there are many operators we can see in this expression. So you don't have to get confused. You can just go to the table and check the ranks of each and every operator. Okay, so the rank that is comes very first is this one. Okay, so plus operator enjoys a higher precedence than any of these, whether it is assignment operator से ज़्यादा and logical and or less than. इन सबसे ज़्यादा highest priority plus की है, that you can see in the table. See, प्लस ऑपरेटर की सबसे ज्यादा रैंक है, दैट इज 4। और हमारे इसमें कौन से है, लॉजिकल एंड है, इसकी रैंक तो देखो 11 है, ठीक है, ये लास्ट में आएगा। उसके बाद और कौन सा ऑपरेटर हमारे पास, लेस देन, इसकी भी रैंक 6 है, तो ये बाद में आएगा। तो सबसे हाईएस्ट जो रैंक हमें प्रायोरिटी है ये, ठीक है, इसकी तो 4 दिख रही है, तो हम सबसे पहले प्लस का ऑपरेशन इवेल्युएट कर सकते हैं। सो फ्रॉम द टेबल, similar in the similar way you can just check the ranks and perform the evaluate the expressions one by one. So that's why here 10 plus 15 is evaluated. उसके बाद इसमें जो सबसे हाईएस्ट रैंक है, ये जो आपके पास अभी एक्सप्रेशन आया है, इसमें हाईएस्ट रैंक है लेस देन ऑपरेटर की, इसलिए ये चेक वैल्यू चेक होगी। वाई लेस देन ट्रू है कि नहीं, ये देखने के लिए हमें वाई की वैल्यू चेक करनी पड़ेगी। सो वाई इज इक्वल टू 5, सो 5 इज लेस देन 10। यस, सो द आंसर ऑफ दिस इज ट्रू। ठीक है, तो आपके पास ट्रू आंसर आ गया है। उसके बाद ये चीज चेक होंगी, x इक्वल टू 25, क्योंकि लेस देन से कम रैंक है इक्वालिटी ऑपरेटर की। तो ये जो चीज है ये चेक करने के लिए हम x की वैल्यू देखेंगे, x की वैल्यू 9 है, सो 9 इज इक्वल टू 5 25, नो। सो ये एक्सप्रेशन की वैल्यू आ गई फॉल्स। अब हम इनके बीच में लॉजिकल एंड ऑपरेटर अप्लाई करेंगे फाइनली, जिसकी सबसे कम रैंक थी। ठीक है, सो इफ फॉल्स एंड ट्रू कम्स टुगेदर, सो द आंसर इज false. Okay, so I have also written here, when one of the condition is false, the compound condition for and operator, logical and operator is false, and hence the result of this complete condition, ये जो लिखा है यहाँ पे, if this, तो इसका रिजल्ट है false। ठीक है, तो ये आपने जिस भी लुक के सामने लगाई है उसका वो लुक में वो एंटर नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ये स्टेटमेंट false है। ठीक, कंडीशन false। So in this way we have studied the operators and expression. Okay. Okay, now you may leave the meet.